Yeah. No. Remember, I got to the end, and then I have to go back and collect all the thingamajigs. I forget what they're called. Yeah, I think they're either called relics or the other term. There's two terms that almost mean the exact same thing. It's either artifacts or relics. I think it's relics though. It's the little ones that look like, I don't know, little stone fucking phalluses or whatever. Yeah, it's the one they have like, I don't know, 10 or 15 of them on each level or some crap. Because essentially, when you get to the very end, there's a giant door, and it requires you to use all of them to open it. And I looked at it, I saw the holes, and there's a similar puzzle that you have to use some of the ones you've already got to get another one. And I didn't. When I saw that door, I was like, "Oh God, do I need all of them?" And I googled it, and it was like, "Yep, you need all the relics to finish the last door." And I was like, "Motherfucker, now I gotta." Because I got tired of looking for them, so on the last level, I just didn't really bother with them that much.
Huh. You know, in the part where in Red Dead Redemption 2 at the end of the game, the Micah part, not the one where you play as John, but where you play as Arthur, where you fight him. You know what he should have done?
Who?
He should have coughed him.
Oh,
You know what
coughed in his
Arthur
face?
should have?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like
that's it.
Arthur should have
If
started doing that to people a lot sooner. As soon as he started thinking that everyone was gonna betray him, I would have started like spitting up shit in a fucking stew and just been like, here's some stew. Here you go. Here you go. to
well, but
Not everybody. I'm about to list off the ones. Micah for sure. Uh,
definitely Dutch.
Dutch, yes.
Fuck Dutch.
Um,
Asshole. Fucking traitor.
I'm not sure about Bill and Javier. I feel like without Dutch's influence, they probably wouldn't have turned on Arthur. I think the reason
Yeah.
that they all kind of stuck with Dutch is because that's just what they did. That's what they've always done, and so they didn't really know how to do anything else. I feel like realistically, if you were to just kill Dutch and Micah, either the gang would have just dissolved and everybody would have been able to go and live their own lives, or everybody would have
I
started
think,
following Arthur.
you know, it would have been better if Hosea was leading the entire gang.
Yeah, oh, 100%, because he would have made the correct decisions, especially since literally everyone was
Yeah.
talking about getting out of the gang life anyways. The whole goal at the end of the
Yeah.
game was supposed to be, or not the end of the game, but where you, what the fuck was that? Anyways, the
What were
whole
you saying?
goal for the gang during the story of Red Dead 2 is essentially the story of the end, where they're trying to get out of the gang life and go buy a whole bunch of land so they can live off of it. That's like the
You
whole point
know,
of what they're trying to do. And Hosea keeps saying that. He's like, Dutch, why the fuck do we keep doing this crazy bullshit? We're supposed to be getting a
yeah,
big chunk of money, and we're supposed to fuck off to the middle of nowhere, get some land, and just live like normal people.
oh my,
And Dutch
yeah,
is like, nah, we need money. We need to go do this. We need to rob these. Nah, nah, nah. And it's like, why? Just,
yeah, I got a plan, Hosea.
Use the radio if you have not to hear.
Bro, what? No, but I'm also glad that Comb, never mind. Fuck me. Forget I said anything. Oh, you haven't gotten that part, but anyways. Oh my god, can you fuck off? There's like millions of these bastards. They're everywhere. Cry 4 yet?
No.
Crab Rangoon,
Is
that's
that
all I'm gonna say.
That's the one with the tourist, right?
Yeah, it's the one with Pagan Min where he has like the purple suit and the blonde hair.
Oh, maybe not. I don't know. The one I'm thinking of is the one where
Oh, is it
there's
the
like
one with
two
Voss
tourists.
Montenegro?
I don't know the names, man. I'm just gonna let me tell you. There's like I think there's like two tourists. I want to say they're tourists. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure they are. And they're like friends or whatever, and they get kidnapped by some kind of like guerrilla gang or something. And initially, the main character is just like a normal scared dude. And then through the process of the game, he starts becoming more and more crazy, just like the dude that captured him in the very beginning. And at like the
Oh,
very
yeah,
end of the game, the main bad guy's like hiding in a bunker somewhere, and your character like comes through the TVs or some shit and like gets him. And then he talks about how like you're the crazy one now or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but
Yeah, that's Far Cry 3. I feel bad for that dude, the villain, Voss.
you feel bad for the villain?
It's-
Why?
I'm not. Well, the only thing I'm gonna say is the reason why he's drove him crazy is because of his sister. I'll show you. I can show you a full video of why of Voss Montenegro's backstory, but right now I'm kind of knee deep in shit right now. But pretty much what driven him crazy was his sister was like manipulating him and shit, and she wanted to rule the island, I think, and she was using him as like a Spanish Trevor, you know, like a
Spanish
weapon.
Trevor.
As like a weapon.
Like Grand Theft
you know?
Auto?
Yeah, like she was using him as a weapon. But
I think Trevor would take that as a compliment, that you think he's a weapon.
Yes.
He'd be like, "Oh, Sonny, you think I'm a weapon? That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said."
Oh my god, fuck you, you stupid bitch. Alright, there we go. There's only one dude down. That can get him. Where's this last dude at? Up your butt around the corner? Yeah.
Oh, I don't want the cogwheel puzzles. I need the cogs.
There we go. Alright.
Do you know the definition of insanity? It represents the cynical nature of violence and conflict, a never-ending cycle of revenge. It's the same action over and over, and expecting different results. Voss is impulsive. His actions defy any sense of logic. But why? Because by the time Voss escaped the shackles of his manipulative sister, his erratic mind was out there, seeking extreme experiences, which includes torturing and killing people. His dysfunctional brain forgot to account the cost of a living, whereas Jason Brody, a soy boy coming from a civilized region, finally took control over his life. He felt guilty the first time he killed a man, but now it feels like winning. Even though Jason and Voss came from different walks of life, they both met at the equilibrium of insanity.
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity? Look, Jason. Pull the trigger. Come on, motherfucker. Pull the trigger!
Did you hear what he said about?
Beautiful.
I'm gonna send you like 2 videos actually
You're a video.
on Instagram. Those are like the backstories behind the Voss Montenegro. But why are you saying why should I feel bad for characters? There are some characters that have backstories.
No, yeah, but I was just saying, why would you feel bad for somebody that would inflict all that stuff onto other people? Because, I mean, look, I kind of feel bad for some people like that, but I've had a lot of shitty experiences in my life, and I'm not out here fucking kidnapping people and torturing them and fucking locking them in my guerrilla war camp. And so, yeah, I do feel some like, oh, that kind of sucks that you had to deal with that, bro, but at the same time, it's like, it's still no excuse to go crazy and be an evil dick.
Good evil dick.
Because if anything, I kind of feel like going through traumatic experiences should make you less want to do shit to people less. Like, that's what it did to me. For the most part, I tend to not, even in situations where I probably should say fuck you, I would be less likely to say it because I don't want to make people feel like shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Bro force. You're bro force. Guess what I had earlier today? Or yes, technically yesterday.
Spaghetti.
Steak and fuck you. Steak and spaghetti balls.
Wait, seriously?
Yes.
Okay, so I was
I
right.
made
Why'd
it-
you say
I-
fuck you then?
No, I said steak and spinach balls is what I meant. Not
Oh.
spaghetti.
I
Fuck me.
think.
Fuck you. You're the one that broke the brain. But yeah, I made that steak
Look out.
myself. My dad taught me.
Nice.
Maybe I could be a cook.
Probably. Realistically, I
But-
think most cooking is really just something that I think anyone could really do it. Not all cooking, mind you. I don't think anyone can cook anything. But I think in general, just cooking in general, for the most part, anyone could do if you just do it enough times.
Oh god, it smells.
The problem is you're gonna have a couple of times where stuff doesn't come out right. And that's what always bothers me about cooking, and why I don't really do it as much, especially with like more advanced stuff, is because I'm always worried about wasting food. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I just
Yeah.
used like $15 worth of food to make this fucking lasagna, and it's a burnt piece of crap. Do you know what I mean?
You're a burnt piece of crap now. Nah. You're more than that. I'm joking. Oh, eat my ass. The entirety of my ass. It's so nice to make it. You are John Marston.
Yeah, because in some ways I'm almost more angry at Dutch than I am Micah. Because, I mean,
Yeah, me too.
Micah has an excuse to be a piece of shit. He's just a piece of shit, you know what I mean? Like, that's just who he is. But Dutch was supposed to be like, you know what I mean? He was supposed to be everybody's homie. He was supposed to be the one that took care of them. They were supposed to be family and shit. And he still betrayed
Yeah, but-
them.
Yeah, you turned his back on that. For what? Money? The only reason why you turned his back on it was literally money.
Well, from what I've heard from people who know a lot about the story and lore and stuff, it was, they say that he had a head injury during the robbery, or at some point he got like a head injury and it started fucking with his brain, but in the way he thought.
Well, yeah, you wait.
And that's
Yeah,
what
he
made
did
him
have suffer
susceptible. That's what made him susceptible to all the bullshit. And he started
I don't
getting
think-
suspicious and paranoid of everybody.
Maybe that is true.
Because, I mean, I
Still,
kind of
that's not-
believe it because there's a lot of dialogue in the camp. I don't know if you've ever just sat around the camp before. But if you follow Dutch around and stuff, he starts saying stuff. Weird shit. He's like, why are you following me? Blah, blah, blah. He'll start saying really weird shit that makes you think he's paranoid.
Why does Dutch kind of look like? Wait, why does Joseph C kind of look like Dutch? The outfit.
Maybe because they're both
Yeah.
kind of like dressing a little bit in.
They're both. They're kind of both similar to each other. If you
I
think
feel like
about it.
Dutch's is a little more extravagant though.
Yeah, but still, they're kind of similar. I mean, Joseph Seed is a cult leader who kidnaps people, rapes some, and shit like that, just like Dutch. Have you tried a way out yet? I said, have you tried a game called A Way Out? From what I hear, it's pretty good. Who would you feel more comfortable as one of your leaders? Joseph Seed, Dutch Vanderland, or Trevor Phillips, or Michael? Actually, no, not Michael.
Trevor Phillips from GTA?
Yeah. Who would you feel more comfortable as a leader?
Probably Dutch. Like, I know Dutch has his issues, but let's examine this. The Joseph is kind of fucking crazy. I mean, when I say crazy, I mean legitimate in the purest way. He's kind of bonkers. You know what I mean? Like, he believes like anybody that murders their own infant as a baby because they think God told them to is not somebody I want to be associated with. You know, if you're like, oh, but the world was going to end, so he was right. I mean, I say that sometimes, but still, if you told me, hey, this guy is objectively right and the world's about to end, but he also killed his infant because he thought God told him to, I would be like, okay, I'll just die in a nuclear fire then, because I'm not going to be stuck with somebody in a bunker, no less, with somebody that's like that. Because eventually they're going to get weird. Trevor's too unpredictable. He's a little too chaotic. And he'll get you into situations that you don't want to be in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Dutch, I mean, overall Dutch isn't a bad leader per se. He just started making bad decisions, listening to the wrong people, and getting paranoid. And I think the main quality he had that was negative is he was so desperate to hang on to what he had, because it was the only thing he was good at. The only thing he was ever good at was being a gang leader, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think he was desperately trying to hold on to that way of life, even though the world was no longer supporting it being a way of life.
Yeah.
Like, you know, 100 years ago, the gangs were like able to roam around and kind of do what they wanted because there was a lot more open territory that wasn't controlled completely. But by the time the 1900s were rolling around, everything was pretty locked down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he just couldn't accept it, so he was making more and more rash decisions to try to hold on to that and getting everybody in deeper and deeper trouble. Although I kind of wonder what would have happened to the story if Arthur never got TB. I feel like things would have gone differently. I feel like Micah would have died for one.
Yeah,
Because if
dude,
Arthur would have fought Micah without being half fucking dead, he would have absolutely destroyed him. Because I mean, you do pretty decent in the fight even when you're sick.
In chapter 2, you know that one dude in the bar, the big dude.
Oh yeah, the big dude that you give brain damage.
Yeah, you gave him brain. Arthur gave him brain damage. But even if Arthur didn't get TB, he'd still probably end up as a shitty person still.
Who, Arthur would end up as a shitty person?
Yeah, because...
I don't think so, though. I think even before he got TB, he was pretty self-aware that a lot of the stuff he was doing wasn't good. He expressed remorse about it. He questioned it. You talk to the other people a lot, you're like, oh, well, I don't think what we're doing is good, and maybe we shouldn't be doing it, and you know what I mean? So I think the TB definitely helped him a little bit. Like, it made him kind of face his mortality and start questioning how he was going to leave the world a little bit sooner. But I think regardless, he would have ended up... Because look at John. John was pretty much the same as Arthur almost. And he ended up getting away from the gang and changing what he did. He didn't want to hurt people no more. He even would say that. He was like, what I did was bad and I don't want to do that anymore. And
okay, I kind of agree with you now.
I feel like if Arthur would have had a full life to where he was an old man, he would have had another 5 years maybe of like doing that stuff, and then he would have just... I think he would have just gotten sick of it. I think him, John, and Abigail and the little kid and maybe Uncle would have like fucked off somewhere, and they would have done what John did, but with Arthur involved, I think.
Could you imagine that, Arthur being in Beecher's Hope with him? That would have been dope. That would be the great... yeah! The things he'd... Because if John died if John dies in Red Dead... If Arthur was still around with John in Red Dead 1 and in Beecher's Hope, even if John and Abigail and Uncle, they all die, Arthur would still be around to help out Jack, even in his adult...
Well, I don't think all those would have died, though. I think what would have happened, if everything happened the exact same way and it got to the ending that happened, I think Arthur would have been the one to stay behind, and he would have told John to go take care of his wife and kid.
Okay, that kind of... yeah, never mind.
Because that's what he did at the end of the first game. He was like, look, John, you go, I'll stay here, you go take care of your kid and Abigail. And I think he might have done the same thing in the end of the first game. If he had been alive and he had been there, he probably would have... Yes. The answer to that question is yes.
Wait, you're gay?
No.
Only a little?
Get this radio going.
Okay. But yeah, maybe Arthur would have done that, and then maybe
Come in, Gina. I need the
John
boat.
would have been around to help Jack in his adult years. I've always kind of wondered what Arthur would look like if he actually didn't get TB and he went with Jack and got old, what he would look like if he was that old in Red Dead number 1.
Yeah.
I mean, at least he got Ares mod. Because, dog, you wanna know something cool? I've been looking for a Micah Bell NPC and a player model for a while now, and not long ago, somebody made a Micah Bell player model. So, I have John Marston, Red Dead Redemption 2, Arthur Morgan, what's her name? Sadie Adler, Dutch, and Micah.
For what?
Oh, Gary's mod.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Vince, you wanna know something cooler? I got the entire Red Dead map, this number 2. I got a lot of mods on Gary's mod. Maybe one of these days I might live stream like the roleplay where Arthur doesn't get TV in like Gary's mod, and he helps and he leaves with the gang with Jack.
Watch out!
And wait, I think if Arthur didn't get TV and stayed with Jack and went with Jack, they wouldn't go after Micah. They probably would have never went after Micah. You know?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure the reason why John went after Micah was Arthur's death.
Careful.
And that's kind of what triggered him into wanting to kill Micah. John should have just you know what also John should have done in Red Dead number 1 during the shoot off where they shoot. He should have listened to Arthur and just ran away and never looked back.
Yeah.
Hey, John be like remembers, and Arthur's like, hey, run away and don't look back when the time comes. And then John runs away and doesn't look back. That would be a better ending, because... Okay, I'm kind of rambling.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about this fucking... This thing I'm looking for has obviously got some weird path that I probably came across during the story that's going to be a pain in the ass to refine now. And I have to find it because I have to find all these stupid relics or I can't beat the last level I'm on. I kind of hate when they do that.
Is the baby killing part the only reason why you hate Joseph?
I mean, I don't know. It depends on what else he did, but I mean, that's a pretty significant one. Just in the sense that again, it's a fundamental state of mind. If you're the kind of person that can look at your infant child in a hospital and intentionally, like, put a pillow over it and smother it like that, I feel like it just indicates that you have a state of mind that is not stable. And whenever you put that kind of person in charge of stuff, or you put that person in charge of stuff, especially in like a locked bunker with a bunch of people, and the threat of apocalypse and stuff, there's a really good movie about a bunch of people. I want to say it happens in Europe, but I'm not 100%, I can't remember, but like a bunch of nuclear bombs go off, and a handful of them manage to escape into this like underground bunker. And then they're stuck in there, and they have, like, at first they're fine, because they have food, and I think, like, entertainment and stuff, and they're fine, but as the resources start dwindling, and they start getting radiation sickness and stuff like that, they start getting crazier and crazier and crazier. And, like, at the very beginning, like, somebody dies, I think, and one of them has to, like, chop them up and get rid of the body so it doesn't decay and cause disease. And nobody wants to do it, and finally the one guy does it, and after he does it, he starts getting a little more fucked up. And then he starts taking control of things and doing all sorts of horrible shit, and he becomes kind of unpredictable. And that's what I mean, is somebody like Joseph Seed would be just bonkers. You know know what I mean? No matter how rational they sound, no matter how much they sound like a calm, cool, collected, and you can even kind of see it in Joseph Seed when you finally get rid of all the siblings. You see how crazy he is. The calm, cool, collected mask slips, and he reveals himself to be, you know, the crazy person he really is.
Yeah.
You doing okay?
I'm just not used to this.
But
Don't worry.
you said something
I know how
about
to drive this thing.
you'd
Sitting in
rather
this
die
bunker is better.
from the nuclear bombs
Good.
than
Got a
don't
feeling
stay in
we'll
the bunker.
spend some time.
Why
With
don't you
Joseph
just
Seed
stay in the-
specifically.
Come on then.
Yeah, but if you stayed in the bunker that long, you could have just once it was okay enough for you to step outside, you could have just went on with your way and just never.
You say
seen
that,
it
but
again.
look what happened to the cop. Your character from the game, he becomes a fucking mindless zombie, basically.
Well, eventually Joseph just gives him away.
No, I know, but he's still a mindless zombie that follows Joseph.
I wonder what the deputy felt after you killed Joseph.
Because, I mean, think about it. He took him and handcuffed him to a bed. Who knows what kind of shit he did to him in there?
Probably put baby oil on him. Or maybe you could have just went into a different bunker. Actually, no. Maybe you should have done it. You could have done it. Actually, no. You don't have a gun. Fuck. Right, you don't really have a choice. Either go outside and die from the nuclear explosion or just stay there and become a mindless zombie.
Because, I mean, you gotta look at all the other people that follow Joseph, too. Like,
They're kind of
it seems pretty clear that he uses some kind of way to influence them. You know what I mean? Because he knows what everybody's doing. He knows that the one guy is, like, murdering people. He knows that John is cutting up people's skin. He even watches. Because remember, that the cop lady talks about that?
Yeah.
She talks about how Joseph would come and watch John carve their, you know, shit up and take the stuff that he would watch what he would do and just watch, and he didn't say anything. So he's clearly not against those kinds of things. So that means that he would be capable of doing them himself to the people that didn't follow him. So if you were in a bunker with him and didn't want to go along with all his little ideas and plans, he might, just like he did with the sheriff, he might like, oh, I forgive you, blah, blah, but eventually he's going to do drastic shit like he did at the end of the game.
What would you do if you were stuck in a bunker with Trevor?
I don't think Trevor would be as bad. It really depends. Because he's crazy, but he's a different kind of crazy. He's like...
He's like a pyromaniac crazy, right?
Well, because he's not... I don't think he's like... fundamentally disturbed, you know what I mean? In the same way as... He's more just like impulsive and like, oh...
He's just a chill guy, for real.
I don't know about chill guy, but...
I'm joking. He's just a crazy guy, for real.
Yeah.
Now, what would you do if you were stuck in a bunker with Dutch?
That
Dutch
would
Van-
probably be the easiest one, actually. Because Dutch... I don't think he's really crazy. Is that not? Son of a bitch. I don't think he's crazy in that way. Like, if you were stuck in that scenario, there's no, like, law for him to run. There's nothing for him to really be scared of. He would just be like, alright, we just got limited resources and shit. We gotta survive.
Yeah. Wow. Could you imagine what would happen to him being isolated? Well, what about Red Dead Redemption 1 Dutch?
Yeah, he's a little crazy.
Yeah, he's still crazier than in Red Dead 2. you know what really pisses me off?
Huh.
When you go up as John to kill Micah, Dutch isn't in his Red Dead Redemption 1 clothes. He's in like a fucking coat and shit. I would love it if he was like in his like Red Dead 1 shirt and shit like that in his
Yeah.
pants. That would be cool. What would you do if you were the head of Rockstar?
What do you mean?
Like, if you could do whatever you want to the games and shit. Like, you were the,
I would have just made more online content.
wait, Red Dead Online?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Because, I mean, they kind of messed up with that by not doing that.
I also think I would, like, make a Red Dead... I would probably make a Red Dead Redemption 1 remaster, if I'm gonna be honest with you. And a Red Dead Redemption 3, where it's like... You know. Alright, I got another question for you. Who would you trust, revealing your secrets to, like, your darkest secrets to? Michael DeSanta from GTA 6? Not GTA, fuck, 5? Hosea Matthews from Red Dead 1? Or, hold on. I'm thinking of other video game characters. I'm thinking, hold on, give me a sec. Batman from Arkham Knight. Hosea Matthews, Michael DeSanta, or Batman? Who do you trust more?
I think that kind of depends. I mean, I don't think Batman would tell anybody your secrets unless he had a reason to. And I don't think Hosea would tell anybody your secrets unless maybe he was captured by some crazy people and tortured, then maybe. So one of them for sure.
Wasn't like Michael, like the head of like the friend group or something like? So you got Franklin,
Michael was working with that one guy and Trevor, and then he betrayed them both. And him and Franklin ended up working together, but then Trevor found out about him. So I don't know if he was the leader per se, but... Where the fuck?
I think I could make an Arthur Morgan character. I also got another game recommendation for you. It's called Lego DC Supervillains. You can pretty much create whatever fucking character you want on this game. It's pretty cool. I play it from time to time, but it's not really my thing. I figured you might like it. That's why I kind of recommend it.
What's it called?
Lego DC Supervillains. I'm playing it right now. Like I said, I don't know if you'll like it, but it's kind of worth it, per se. But I kind of like it. You like games where you can kind of just do whatever the fuck you want? Like, create whatever character you want and shit like that?
Yeah, for the most part. I always prefer to create my own character over having an actual character that already exists.
Yeah. Because I kind of like making characters like Arthur Morgan for like fucking Joseph Seed.
Joseph Tree.
Joseph Seed, I have a warrant issued for your arrest on the suspicion of kidnapping.
The thing I don't get though is the only real fundamental flaw with that story is that I can promise you that if a U.S. Marshal went somewhere to arrest someone with an official government document signing their arrest and he didn't come back, there would be significant action taken. You know what I mean? Like they wouldn't just go, oh well, I don't know what happened to him. I guess it's who cares? No, they'd be sending people in to investigate.
They was even talking about bringing in the goddamn National Guard too. That's
But
what
that's
they
what I'm
should have
saying.
done.
Like, if a marshal went missing like that, they would have sent people to investigate, and if they went missing too, then they would have sent in fucking...
The entire government.
Yeah, because I don't think that you would have a place like that place exist without some interference by the government. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it
I mean-
definitely would have been all over the news, because we had a small... I can't remember what state it is. I'd have to go look at it again. But there was, for a while, there was that little city in the United States where, like, civilians took it over and declared it an independent nation. I don't know if you remember that. And it was like a co-op or something. And it was all over the news, and everybody was watching it and paying attention with it. And... let me Google it.
So people went missing that time?
I don't think they went missing.
I was gonna say Waco, but they didn't really like kidnap people. They would more say they were like the entire David Koresh. He was just wasn't holding them hostage, but he was manipulating them to stay in the fucking that building until like the FBI decided to burn it down. You know?
Yeah, hold on. Chaz. So I think this is the one. Seattle protesters take over city blocks to create police-free autonomous zone. For 3 days, the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, or CHAZ, has offered a snippet of reality the people can have. Hundreds of protesters have taken over several blocks of Seattle and transformed it into the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, or CHAZ, helping to amplify nationwide protests while offering real-world examples of what a community can look like without police. For 3 days, protesters have filled several blocks and at least part of the park. Now let me see, how long did CHAZ last?
Chaz. Sounds like a name. That sounds more like a name for like a person. Alright, I'm gonna look that
It was
up.
established on June 8th, and the zone was cleared out of occupants by police on July 1st, so it lasted roughly a month. And it wasn't a whole state. Well, I don't even think it was a whole city, but it was like a big portion of the city. But they were doing crazy shit in there for a little while. Like, in the beginning, it was just like a hippie kind of thing, where everyone was like, oh, let's just all co-opt and survive independently and show that it can be done. But then eventually, somebody started taking over control of it, and he was kind of an asshole, and he started, like, threatening people and using guns and stuff to control them, and then, like, businesses were getting taken over and stuff.
Oh, god damn. God bless. Michael Balls. Arthritis Mortgage. Tennis boat. Michael Balls. I'm looking for something. You are something. Something in my ass. I mean, way. Low taper fade, yeah. Low taper fade, yeah. You know what else is massive? If Ninja got a low taper fade.
Is this another water one?
You're a water. brain ain't braining.
Okay, come here. What the fuck are we doing here?
I'm following you, my boy.
No, the water was like shallow enough to where I was trying to stand, but I needed to swim, and it was just.
Yeah, you're John Marston, you can't swim.
No, it was the opposite problem. There wasn't enough water. Oop.
Oh. I kinda wish you could swim in Red Dead 1. Low taper fade, yeah. Low taper fade, yeah. The meme is massive.
I'm only human.
After all, you're a locked-in alien.
Yeah, you.
Are you? John Marston.
John Marston. The fuck?
Ed? What? I'm just being you.
No,
Yeah,
this
okay.
thing won't.
I know, I'm just low taper fade, yeah. Low taper fade, yeah. The meme is massive. Bum 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 boom. Bum 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 da da bum 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 da da ba 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 da da da.
I don't understand why that would make it nuts. What the fuck?
What happened? Low taper fade, yeah. I'm gonna murder you. There's children in my basement. You don't give a shit. I just can't believe you named this cat I Show Speed. My name is John Marston. You are John Marston. Bum, 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 ba, da, da. Do, 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 bum, bum, bum. Dun, 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 dun. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Boom, butch. Boom, boom, Low taper fade, yeah. Low taper fade, yeah. The meme is massive. Anyone can whistle, my friend. You always gotta plan, Sinister.
Huh?
Forgot your name. I said you always gotta plan, Sinister. Alright. Boss, can we get a ban on this guy?
Get a ban on your face.
No, you. You are a face. You're a beard, Sinister. This man, Sinister, he has a beard. He is a beard.
But now they're not gonna. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me.
I don't know. Sport, I guess.
I know, I might just give up on this game and just not beat it. I don't feel like backtrapping and doing all this shit.
Alright.
Don't break the boat. Jones!
Get the fuck up, bitch. It's not me.
Bro's pissed off. This man is pissed off. I don't know. Sport, I guess. I'm making Red Dead Redemption 1 Dutch. Ooh, that kind of does look like that. What the fuck?
What was it called? The place you work?
Marshall College.
Yes, that was it. Why did they fire you?
Well, I guess the administration thought I should be grading papers instead of going off on expeditions like this.
And what do you think?
Well, I think real archaeology happens out on the field, not in books.
Sounds like a good principle. We're finally free.
Shit. What I've gone and done. You lost. You ain't got no balls, boy.
Yeah, you ain't got no testicles.
That's what Micah doesn't have.
No testiculars.
No, blue balls. Let me show you what it's all about. No, blue balls. Let me show you what it's all about.
strange.
Hey, Sinister. Who would you trust more as a villain, good guys edition? Primus Richtofen, which is like the less eviler, Hosea Matthews, or Michael DeSanta.
For what?
Michael DeSanta,
For what?
GTA 5.
No. What
Oh,
am I...
for being a leader. Being a leader.
Probably still Hosea. I mean, I don't know if Richtofen's really a leader per se. He keeps secrets from everybody. He doesn't really divulge stuff unless he has to.
Okay, I got another question. If it was Primus Richtofen fight against Micah, who do you think would win?
Like in a fight?
Yeah, in a fight.
Primus who?
Primus Richtofen
Versus...
Micah Bell.
Oh, probably Richtofen.
Plot twist, oh wait. Richtofen's actually Leopold Strauss. Could you imagine that? No way. Actually, Leopold Strauss is actually Richtofen's father. That another plot twist.
How did you become an archaeologist, Jones?
Runs in the family. How did you become a journalist?
A friend got me a job as a fashion reporter out of university, which didn't last very long.
Guessing you stirred up some trouble?
I wrote an honest review of some big shot designer. Turned out he was a member of the fascist party and got me fired.
Well, you know what they say, everyone hates a critic.
I don't like it when I can't tell the truth. I started digging more into the party. Got in trouble after breaking into a party at his house. Met some people running a subversive newspaper, and well, yeah, here I am.
Monkey
you are.
Man.
Long way from home.
I don't know where my home is.
That's what you are, Sinister, a monkey.
Yeah,
But which monkey though?
all of them.
No, I think you'd be like a... What's the hairiest monkey?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look that up. What monkey the hairiest? Hairy Saki. The hairy Saki is a species of Saki monkey, a type of New World monkey. It is found in northern Peru, southern Colombia, and a small portion of northwestern Brazil. Hairy Saki. Oh yeah, that's definitely there. Yeah, that's definitely you, Sinister. See, Batman, when you're a skibbity slicer in Ohio. Goku, you killed 7 people. What the hell are you talking about? Right there, she didn't hit the name on her.
You're from a long time ago.
Oh, okay. You are funny. It'd be funny if I made Mom and Harry from Home Alone in this game. Go, Dunkers. Turn off. Oh my god, Maxie. Scared the shit out of me. You're a good man, Arthur Morgan. Is he though? Is he though? You're crazy. Heat wave's been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. I think Bro might have a plan this time. Micah's got a plan. I'm joking. That would be the... If Micah was the leader of a Vanderlyn gang, the gang was falling faster than a Patriots football. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wunderbar! Now I will hear their anguished cries. Oh, wunderbar! Maybe when all this is over, I'll go pay her a visit. And the boy. I just don't want any more folks to die, God. I reckon I should waste my time killing you. I felt different. You shot me. You shot me pretty good.
Okay, I don't have to figure that again.
Bro figured it out again.
Yeah, I was struggling to find how to get back into the temple.
That's deep. You always got a plan, Sinister.
That's accurate.
Oh yeah? I forgot. I'm your friend Dementia, Sinister.
God, come on, fuck.
Me too, Sinister. Me too.
It's just, I don't know. This game is pretty good, but this was one huge design flaw in the game. Oh, let's make a bunch of arbitrary bullshit that you have to go back and complete in order to beat the game.
And the worst part about it, Sinister, is you have a beard. I'm only joking with you. Do you not have a mustache? I'm joking, I'm joking. Made a sound. Sinister made a sound. You are a sound, Sinister. dealing with this now, right now, Arthur. I only just woke up, my boy. I don't know, Arthur. You're gonna have to ask somebody else. I can't deal with this right now.
There are a lot of characters with incredible healing factors in Marvel, Wolverine, Deadpool, chief among them. But today, we're going to try to figure out who's really got the best healing factor out of all of them. Out of every character in Marvel, who's coming out on top? Let's get into it. Blade the Vampire Hunter has all the strengths and powers of a vampire, without being a true vampire himself. Meaning he's got no weaknesses. He does have a vampiric healing factor, which comes in handy when you're actually a vampire hunter. Outsiders, head or stake the heart, Blade
Ah, shit.
heal and combat
Quit snipping your balls.
eating, regrowing limbs. Wolverine is a vampire, maybe the most famous vampire in Marvel. But Blade is not actually a real vampire. He didn't gain his vampiric powers from a myth, but by trying to use the blood of a vampire bat to cure a rare
Why does he look like that?
Doesn't that
J-Splat?
necessarily have the same strengths and weaknesses of a typical vampire? For one thing you can say is that Morbius has a nice healing factor. Able to heal from being shot,
Up in the nasty, go nasty, up in the nasty, go nasty. Is somebody going to match my freak? Epstein's Island, here we come.
who would dedicate his life to finding some way for the human body to regrow limbs. His research was mainly focused on looking
Bring out Bill Cosby! I'm afraid. I'm afraid of being touched. Bring out Bill Cosby!
utmost extreme, at least not like other people on this list. Nathan is Wolverine's long-lost son. While he definitely doesn't like his dad, he does take after Logan with his flaws and healing factor. Nathan's been able to survive most any attack that comes his way in just a matter of moments, healing from gunshots and explosions, no problem. While his healing factor is good, it's not as good as Wolverine's. He
only reason why I got this game is just to mess with my character.
Mr. Sinister is one of the X-Men's most dangerous villains.
Sinister?
He's dedicated to cloning, creating, and
That's your name.
He's also got complete control of his entire body
Wait.
down to the cellular level. What gives him such an amazing healing factor. Able to recover from pretty much any
Is there
attack
somebody
that
named
comes his way.
Sinister in that game?
No, this is. I'm watching a video about the who's really got the best healing factor in Marvel. Mr. Sinister is a mutant in the X-Men.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, what?
Mutant Apocalypse experimenting on him. Elixir is an Omega level mutant, and his Omega level power is the gift of healing. He's able to control all
Up in the nasty, go nasty. Up in the nasty, go nasty. Is somebody going to match my feet?
fixing bones, tending wounds, even reborn body parts. And he's only gotten more and more powerful as time goes on. While at first, Elixir could just heal Sinister's weakness,
You shot at me, son.
heal pretty much anything, even resurrect.
He betrayed me.
Yori Kent, aka X-23, is almost genetically identical to Wolverine.
Mr. Pearson without his beard kind of me. He kind of looks like a fucking. I can't think of it. It's the fat captain from Wallace.
Healing factor is basically the same as Logan's, but it might not be as potent or powerful. Now, we don't know that for sure. X-23 has survived just about any attack that comes her way and healed from it all. But we do know that her healing factor definitely hasn't improved as far as the real Wolverines or the people above her on this list. A feral mutant and the arch nemesis of Wolverine, Sabretooth also has an incredible healing factor and can instantly heal from pretty much any attack. And while starting out, Sabretooth's healing factor wasn't quite as powerful as Wolverine's. His healing factor was made a lot more powerful thanks to the experimented
There we go. Fucking chicken shit. You're chicken shit, Sinister. Definitely shouldn't have been original. Literally, you missed. Yes. Hey, Holcomb the Frog here. You look like Red Dead Redemption 1 Dutch, I'm joking.
You look like Sonny DuBall.
Sonny DuBall? Oh wait, Sonny DuBall? Nah. Sonny my balls, yes.
Sonny. Do you have any
That-
distic? What's distic? Distic! Ah!
I was gonna say, fuck, I forgot. Oh no, black ball.
Black lung.
What Arthur should have done to Micah, coughed in his face. and get your own TV. Sister. I'm gonna, I'm gonna throw you. Strauss, I'm gonna kidnap you. I'm gonna make you do the Thomas Downs mission. I'm gonna make you get you. You're gonna get your own TV. Wait off for me. Not bad. Ooh, sex positions that feel amazing for her. I'm joking. Son of a bitch. Mister, stop being a beard. I got you now, Black Lord. I stopped you, and I told everyone you were a rat. Did you guys know that Sinister has a beard? Mind-blowing fact. Michael. Hey, Bryce. Fuck. Not Bryson. Hey, Sinister. Michael Bell? Micah Bell? Nah. Michael Balls. Michael. Mike and Bell more like Mike could tickle these balls. That's wild. You're wild. Oh man, that steak I had today was delicious. I want to make another steak again. My fat ass is hungry. I'm gonna get something to eat because I'm starving. Mike could tickle these balls. Tickle. Hey, Sinister. Would you... I got a question before I make my ramen. Would you rather tickle Micah's balls and finger him and suck your hand finger him or protection sex with an animal and look at him and his butt. Here, let me talk to Chad if it's okay. So horrible and nasty and disgusting.
Either.
That's not a choice.
That is a choice. I just wouldn't do either, and then if somebody was going to shoot me, I would just get shot.
In your testicles?
Don't care.
Don't care. Alright, I'm gonna go make some ramen. My fat ass is hungry. I'll be right back.
Huh.